of the most powerful features within QuickBooks is the class feature. The class feature by default may not be set up in your file, so let's check that first by going up to Edit and then Preferences, and then click the Company tab and then Accounting on the left hand side. And let's just make sure that Use Class Tracking is checked, and then also Prompt to assign classes. So if you're trying to enter in an invoice or a bill, it's going to prompt you. If you try to save and close it without assigning a class, it's going to prompt you to remind you to save that invoice or bill with a class. It will allow you to save it without one, but at least it will remind you that if you want to assign a class, that this is an opportunity to do so. Okay, so if those are checked, let's just hit OK. And we can find the list of classes up under Lists and then Class List. And one of the things that the class list does, it allows you to run a profit and loss by class, or by, a class can be a location, it could be a division within your company. For instance, here we have, in this construction company, we have residential new construction, we have remodel, and then we have overhead. And one thing that we recommend that builders will do is to take a look at, you'd like to see what the profits you're making from each subdivision that you're building in. So in this case, what we would do, we'd set up a subclass for residential new construction. So to do that, all you have to do is come down to Class and then go to New, and then let's give this class a name, and we'll say it's Silver Creek, and we'll say that's one of the additions that we're building in. And just click Subclass of Residential New Construction. So let's say we want to set up another class. We have another addition that we're building in, and we'll say this is called North End Addition. And again, we'll hit Subclass of and then Residential New Construction and hit OK. And so what we can do, we can come over here to Reports, Company and Financial, Profit and Loss by Class. And you'll see here that we have residential new construction, remodel, and overhead, and then also this unclassified. If you don't assign a class to it, it gets dropped into this bucket called unclassified. And what you're not seeing are the classes that we just set up, because we have never entered any transactions, be it an invoice or a bill. And I'm going to drag this box over from my other screen. It's going to pop up this report modification screen, and we just need to go down to Advanced, and I'll drag this back over, and on display columns, by default it's non-zero, and since we've never entered any transactions into those new classes, those all are going to have zero balances for income and expense, etc. So what I need to do is I just need to say I want to see all the columns regardless of if they're non-zero or not. So I'm just going to click all and hit OK, and then hit OK again. And so now you can see that when I look at our profit and loss by class, it's going to tell me what my new home sales were for the North End residential new construction, for that addition. It'll tell me what Silver Creek residential new construction, what the sales were for that, and then also my expenses, okay, cost of goods sold, and then other types of expenses. So this is a very powerful tool in managing your business as far as which sectors or divisions, additions for home builders, are the most profitable, and which areas that you need to consider, maybe revamping your business model and maybe not doing new housing starts in those additions, etc. So again, using the class tool within QuickBooks is a very powerful way to get more detail out of your profit and loss.